So if May was about ideas, then June was about gravity. Because by June 2025, luxury was no longer debating direction anymore. The numbers were doing the talking. And there were no creative announcements yet. Remember, that came later. There were no statement runway shows and absolutely no big brand resets. Instead, June was dominated by earnings calls, analyst briefings, and category performance. And they all pointed in the same direction, that despite fashion having slowed down in 2025, hard luxury absolutely did not. And let's make that real. At LVMH, one brand stood out quietly but consistently, Bulgari. While fashion and leather goods showed uneven momentum, Bulgari continued to benefit from high jewelry demand in the Middle East and Asia, long product cycles, and absolutely zero reliance on markdowns. And as I've mentioned before in previous videos, high jewelry pieces, they don't date, they don't seasonally reset, and they absolutely do not sit on sale aisles. And that stability matters when consumer confidence softens. And then you've got keyring, where June became far more introspective. While Gucci was still recalibrating creatively, one of the group's steadiest performers remained Boucheron, a jewelry house with long design lifespans, controlled distribution, and of course strong performance in Asia and the Middle East. Boucheron did not and does not rely on hype cycles or rapid product churn. It relies on timelessness. And this isn't about taste, by the way. It's about consumer behavior, because June made something very clear to everyone. When markets tighten, all smart luxury groups were leaning towards endurance. And it was being silently roared to the world that categories like jewelry and fragrance and eyewear pay for your house. They smooth volatility. They stabilized cash flow, and more importantly, they were buying time for creativity to breathe. So June was absolutely not a creative month, but it was definitely a structural one. I'm Jalil, and this is how fashion really works.